Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hola, B. What's happening, Learjet? Wow. Still in ya. What's happening? How's it going? How is it going? Thought we'd put on some Amanos today. Amano? No, forewarning. Oh. You're not on here today? Are you sneaking today? Still in ya? Hold on, let me try to set this. So what's happening? I thought I would try something new today. I don't ever see anybody put up Amanos. So, did you do a 1 hour YouTube pre-stream thingy? No, I didn't do any. I just literally turned it on. I didn't do anything. I did nothing. I did not. But yeah, I thought I'd do some Amanos today since no one ever does Amanos. And I figured I would try to show people that, Amanos are super cool too. And they're super huge. Trying to find the best way to set it up. I will leave it right there for a little bit. Yeah, you were on fast. I'm surprised, but I didn't even know if this would go on good because when I hit on YouTube to start the stream, it says your stream could not be started. You want to start over or what? And I said, yeah, and just re-clicked a couple things, and then it started. But anyways, welcome to Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. It is so good to have you here. I know. That's what I'm saying. No one ever does Amanos. So I just got this order of huge Amanos in. I mean, these things are monsters. There's a couple little ones, but these things are huge. So these are the ones, if you're watching that video, that Luke was afraid to pick the bag up. So I figured, I've never seen anybody do Amanos. So I'm not saying it hasn't been done, but I figured I'd do it. Because, I mean, even though, they don't have a lot of color to them, but see, man, are they evil with the food, boy. They put that mocha food in there. I got carrots in there. They are not nice to each other. Look at that. They're going to take it all the way in the back like a bunch of dicks. But I had, I was watching Bob Moss. Oh, Bob's got a video? Oh, I didn't know. I have to subscribe to his channel. I did not know that he had anything going on. Yeah, I gotta subscribe to his channel. Because I don't think he subscribed to this one. I've never seen him in here. Do you have any guppies with blue? I'm back. Cell phone call. I'm back. Phone call. No, I don't have guppies. Used to have guppies. I bred them upstairs in my son's tank, but my son didn't want the tank anymore, so I got rid of all the guppies and sold the tank. It was an acrylic 30-gallon. But yeah, I got rid of everything. The only thing I have left for fish are my super red Severums. That's all we have, and then we breed that. We breed. I guess we're getting back into bristlenose plecos. So, but yeah, it's that's where we stand with fish. We're not. Oh, and I have my two half beaks. I believe that they're the platinums. Yeah, platinums. But that's the only thing other. Oh, I have one archer, but I'll be taking him up to the store too. I just want to empty the tank out and see if these Severums will lay eggs again, because they laid eggs in a pretty. There was a lot of fish in the tank. They ate all the eggs every time for like 4 times, and then like the 5th time they laid the eggs. I was like, oh, they're gonna eat them again. And couple days went by. Next thing you know, I looked down there and I seen the little wrigglers. So I reached in there, pulled it out, put them in a little 5-gallon, and they hatched. They grew up, and that's the babies I got now. Well, I put them in there when they got about dime size. I put them in there with the parents, and I sell them off. I mean, some of the biggest ones I got in there are bigger than they're really big, like bigger than a toilet paper roll big. But my wife wants to hold on to them, so I don't know, but that's all we got. Thank you. There. I was gonna save it. I cut all the hair in this house. I cut Luke's hair, so when you see Luke with the new haircut, like he was in the video, that's all my doings. I mean, don't touch my wife's, but I cut Luke's hair. I cut my older son Mike's hair when he comes home from the army. But now he's a recruiter right now. They made him take a recruiter position, so he could add that to his resume or something. He's got to do that for the next 3 years, so that's what he's doing right now. But usually I cut his hair, but now he's got it growing long on top. But I cut everybody's hair. I cut my own hair. But thank you, Don Cervantes. Or is that Brill Cream? No, Brill Cream. No, it's a haircut. Yeah. I don't. I used to have super long hair. I mean, really, really long hair. I grew up in the '80s, so big hair bands was my thing, and it still is today. In my opinion, there's no better music out there than '80s big hair bands. I have other music, but it's all stuff that I grew up with. So. And what I like to do is I go to not arts and crafts, but I go to stores that we buy and sell everything or something like that. People bring up CDs because they really don't use CDs anymore. Well, we do. My wife loves them. I love them. Because everybody dumps all their good stuff. So we just buy everything. But yeah, I got all sorts of stuff. Bullet Boys to Skid Row to Motley Crue to you name Leonard Skinner. I like Southern rock. All sorts of stuff. But yeah, I used to have long hair, but then it's just you gotta keep it out of your head, and it's hard to fit in a hard hat, so I just got rid of it all. What is happening, Mr. Don Cervantes? These are those Amanos I'm gonna get to you. Hey, if you don't need nothing else, Don, I'll just send you Amanos and I'll pay for the shipping. I should have sent them in an order. I just forgot all about it. 100%, I forgot all about it. So I went to a Bullet Boys. Yeah, Bullet Boys. Yeah, I used to work for a band. I used to do I was a roadie, you know, back in the '90s here in the U.S. You know, roadie. I mean, roadies are a big thing. They're the ones that make everything happen for the band. But yeah, I used to work for a band that played a lot of Bullet Boys music. So, because they sounded so much like them. So, yeah, I went to a place out by where I go to the doctor for my neck. And it's like a secondhand store or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call them, but it's not like old people own it or anything. But it's like a trinket store, or, you know, there's tools in there. There's, you know, this, that, and the other. You don't want to call it a pawn shop because it's really not a pawn shop. But anyways, he has all this. I bought Guns N' Roses CDs. There's one Guns N' Roses CD I'm looking for that's kind of got it's got a song on it that has the N-word in it, but it's a really good song. But I can't find it anywhere. And that's why people are like, what's the song? And I'm like, I can't think of the name of it. But all I remember when I was young, it's a really good song. But I don't know if it's just on the single or what. But I don't like it because it has the N-word in it. I like it because it's a really good song. But that's the only way I can figure it out. I mean, I can't Google it by saying that. You know, Google won't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, let me see if I can get these guys way in the back. I put the carrots up front and they drug the suckers to the back. Hey, look, I'm not going to argue with them. These guys can crawl the tank and attack you, so I don't even mess around with them. The specials are whatever you want, Don. Whatever you want. Everything is on special for you. That's correct. Everything is on special for you, Don. Hey, I could care less. Whatever you want, dude. And I ain't pulling your leg either. Hey, my blue bolts, Leah, had babies, right? Because remember I had that sale where I was selling blue bolts. I called the tank, you know, called out the ones with like the whitest tails and everything. They had babies, and there's some babies in here that are, I would think, that are extreme blue bolts. I'd never even seen my extreme blue bolts this dark. So that calling did really good. And I think I have one that you would call a crazy blue, but I don't know. I've never had a crazy blue, but I don't know. It's kind of cool looking. So just so I don't forget, I'll put it on the stream here. The reason I put the carrots in here, it's a short story, but I think it's very important for people that have Amanos. Reason being is Amanos are like Sulawesi shrimp in the fact that they feed constantly. The tank that they're in right now, this tank was running for like 4 months before I even put the other batch that I had in. They were itty bitty, right? Well, not itty bitty, but they were the size of a subadult neocardenia, you know. But these are like double the size of full adults. Anyways, they need to eat all the time. You know, they're always scavenging. You know how rough they are with other shrimp and stuff. So, I watched this video. It had this Asian guy on it. Man, it was a video through Corey from Aquarium Co-op. It was his, the one young, I don't know his name. It's not the guy that does the open boxes and stuff. It's the guy that like shows the back room, adds air pumps and all that, dark haired dude. But he had a conversation with this Asian guy. He did an interview with this Asian guy at his place or something, and the guy breeds Amanos. or sells them or something. I don't know what he does. But anyways, his Amano they had this really cool color to them. I've never seen a colored Amano. And he had this big thing in there. It looked like a piece of squash, when they were filming it. I was like, what's he got squash in there for? Well, he asked him what it was, and the Asian guy, look at him pulling the one in the back. He said it's carrots. And he said, look at them. They said, these are baby carrots, frozen baby carrots, in case I forget to say. But he said he's tried it for 3 years now, and he's come to find that throwing carrots in there, but he took the carrot, like sliced it down the center, and opened it up and puts it in there. But it allows them to eat 24/7, and all the vitamins and stuff in the carrot changes their color. It gives them that reddishy, orangey, man, was it cool. So, these guys are big. And I'm like, how many pounds of this expensive shrimp food do I have to put in there to feed these guys? So that's when I decided to start putting carrots in. Well, when the little ones were in there, I put one of these carrots in there, and they really didn't tear it up. Well, I've had these shrimp for like 3 days now, I think, and the little carrot was still in there. Well, I put them in the tank. And I think it was the next day I came back, I was like, oh, I'm going to get that carrot out. Well, they had pulled it from the front all the way to the back and put it to the side. I was like, holy shit, would they move? They don't like it? And then today I came down and it's completely gone. So they smashed the carrot. So I don't know if you can see, but way in the back, there's a huge pile of, see the shrimp all the way in the back on that back carrot? They have it just, there's so many of them back there tearing it up. So, this Asian guy, that's where I learned it from. I don't like to take, credit for anything if I didn't think about it. So yeah, it was this Asian guy that said he's been trying things for 3 years, and he said carrots is the way to go, that it feeds them constantly because they'll sit and graze on it, and it's not like super soft. So they have to pick and pull. And, yeah, they get all those good vitamins. So it's not like, oh, put potatoes and, put bananas and a piece of T-bone steak and, all that in there. Just silly stuff that some people think of. Yeah, blue bolts are really cool. Yeah, I'm getting really, really cool ones out of this tank with doing the culling stuff, but I'm getting these real pretty funky colors that I'm really enjoying. So everything's turning out pretty darn good. So what I should do is shove it back. Nice carrots have the colorant in it that they add to other fish foods to boost fish colors. Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. I never would have thought about it if I didn't watch that video. And the thing is, that's the important part, because people are always like, well, I can't say people are. I was like, oh, sorry. I'd be like, man, how do I get these guys to stop killing each other? And because they'll kill each other. They don't care. Hey, they don't discriminate. They'll go tribal on your ass, straight up start eating your body. They do not care. But, so you got to keep them happy. Oh, hi, baby girl. Oh, you come see daddy. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Oh, it's a good girl. Oh, it's a good girl. Oh, you come see daddy. You want to go outside? You gotta go outside? Wanna go potty? Huh? You gotta go? No, you don't gotta go potty? Oh, you're a good girl. Yeah, Bella. That's Bella. What's your good girl? What's your good girl? Yes. Good girl. What are you doing? You won't let me pick you up so I can show everybody, so everybody can see ya. Yeah, she used to let me pick her up, my English bulldog. I mean, I could pick her up if I force myself to pick her up, but I don't like to put her through that. So if she lets me, I will. But Mama's not here right now, so it's surprising she's down here. She just follows Mama. Right. She was bought for me as a present, but she took the Mama. Well, you took the Mama, didn't you? Good girl. Good girl. But yeah, she takes the Mama. Well, I gotta see if she's gotta go outside. You wanna go potty? Huh? You wanna go potty? Alright, let's go potty. Come on. No? Okay. Alright. Oh, look at you, good girl. Yeah, I don't know what she wants to do. I think she just wants to hang out. Yeah, Don B can send your Amano with Don. I'm gonna send an order for some filters later today and maybe a few other things. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, I seen the Blue Bolt pictures you sent. Oh, she's a big girl. What's a good girl? You gotta go potty? Huh? Come on, Sal. Come on, let's go potty. Come on, baby girl. Come on, let's go. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Ooh, I got lucky with that one. I almost didn't catch it. I knew she had to go potty, but she reacts different to my wife than she does me. I was asking her if she wanted to go potty, and she kind of was like cowering down, and I was like, this is weird. She doesn't ever cower down. And then she didn't seem like, and then she came over here and kind of balled up, and I just started running upstairs, and she followed me straight outside. So I'm really glad. So yeah. Okay, Don. Yeah, I just got a new order of filters. I got a huge case of filters. I got all the products, the no planaria, all that stuff. I got one more container of Mucha bacterial powder. Yeah, and then all the foods, you know, I'm so stocked up right now, it's crazy. But it's good, though, you know. I hate trying to get a bunch of orders, you know, shipped in the winter time and stuff. Like, he sent me breeder boxes as a present. You know, the big ones I use with the holes in them, the real expensive ones, he sent them to me. And he sent them regular mail. So, I mean, I just pray they don't show up busted up, you know, because in that cold weather, it's crazy. But yeah, so I can't let her stay out there too long. English bulldogs can't stay out in the cold long. It's not good for them. There's a lot of things that English bulldogs can't do. She's a sensitive little girl. But her and my wife are the only females in the house, so they get special care. Special. You know what's weird is that carrot's not that far back. I mean, I have my zoom on, I think. Oh, no, I don't. That's what it is. Oops. Wrong way. Yeah, but these Amanos are really good. The only thing with the Amanos is, you know, you gotta be careful with them because they don't like the temperature. The weird thing about it is Amanos are sensitive. I mean, I ship them, everything's good, but you know, if they're in cold too long, it's bad for them. What I found with doing the cold, I just sent another big order Uh, UPS showed up, 50 degrees, I think he said. Everyone was live. You know, it's just all you got to do is you just got to leave it. Because, see, my water's all good. I tested a tank yesterday just for shits and giggles. I tested, what one was it? The red calcio, the red dragon tank. And I went to test for ammonia, and it almost didn't even make a color in the tube. And then I tested for um, what I drew a blank. Nitrate. Nitrates didn't even change the color. So I mean, it's clean as can be. I'll be right back. I gotta let the puppy in. All right, she's back in. Yeah, English bulldogs can't be in the heat, the hot heat. I mean, they'll let you know. They go out. She goes out. She'll hang out, or she'll go because my garage isn't attached. It sits back, and it's a cinder block, so it's real cool in the summer. So the dogs go in there and they lay on the concrete floor because I got a really nice floor in there and stuff. But I'll turn the fan on in there. I have a commercial fan. I'll turn that on. They go lay out there and stay outside longer and stuff. And the freezing cold isn't good for them either. So she's going to the vet or the salon today to get her nails done. So we only do that. We do the nails because like my English lab, he won't let us touch them. He won't let us cut his nails for. I mean, I body hugged him, and my eldest son tried to, and he's literally gotten right out of it. So I don't want to stress him out too much. So he like chews on him. He won't let me take him nowhere, and I don't want to, drug him up so he can cut his nails. I'm like, look, if he doesn't want it done and he's gonna do it himself, let him do it himself. I don't care. It is what it is. So yeah, he does his own. But the other ones, Gunner and Stella, they like to go to the place. I think she takes them to Petco or something. They're really good with them. And Stella's the only English bulldog that anyone brings in. They said that they don't have any customers that have English bulldogs. Well, of course not, because the dogs are $3,000 plus. The only way we got her. Somebody let her. I don't know if they let her go because I don't know. She's a perfect dog. It's got everything on her. It's perfect. You guys seen pictures of her? She was a stray. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months old, just walking the streets, and they got her, brought her in, and they fostered her for a month, and then we got her. So, and all we had to pay for was to get her fixed, and so $300. So. I can't afford one of those dogs, so we got lucky. I seen last video. Oh, nice. Yeah, and the red calcios. I have a bucket up here. You can't see it, but I got the rubber air tube going to the tank. I dripped it in all night. Just let it go slow because I'm trying to creep those TDSs down because I have the black calcios, the black dragons. I have the red calcios, red dragons. And then I have the blue calcios at the end that are Dragon Blood Blues. Okay, so Dragon Blood. Now I have all of them. And the cool thing is the blacks, I guess, my buddy said that they produce 90% black and the rest are going to be blue and red. So I'm like, wow, that's super cool because now I'll get more to put in these. But I wanted all three because I think that they're just cats meow. And, but I want to run those at a low TDS, about 120, 120. But now the blue ones are Prego. So I'm at 131. And I noticed it on December 28th. The Reds had babies, but I think the TDS was too high because I've only seen a couple babies. So I've been dropping that down. And yesterday I checked it, it was 150. I don't know how, because I've been mineralizing at like 100. But anyways, so I took out, that was the tank I tested that had nothing wrong with the water. And I was like, all right. So I took out 3.5, was it liters or something out of that bucket. And then I put just pure RO in it. I dripped it in last night. So, and then the boas down here, I'm running those a little more sensitive. You know, I didn't want to go this route to have to be running certain tanks at a certain, you know, I wanted to have all of them, you know, all the Neos at one thing, all the Caradinas at another, but it just comes down to this. It's, if you want to have certain types of shrimp, that's what you got to do. But like I have 2 tanks up there. One tank, the red steels, I've had those for I don't know how long, since Dan Slee sent them to me, and they've been buried up twice now. I haven't seen a thing, so I've been I got those down to 123. And the other one was they're like red aura bees or something like that, red aura something, and they all died but one. So I put some tangerine tigers in there because they're like the same thing, red bees, blue aura, red aura, and tangerine tigers, you know, they're kind of along the same thing. So, but I think I put females in there because nobody's buried up, so I got to get a male out of there today. So, and all I got to do is get this red one pregnant. If I get the red one pregnant, then I'll be good. So, look at what I said. I gotta say that finer carbon net is my absolute favorite shrimp net to use, Brian. The finer carbon. Oh, yeah. The hard stick ones. So I was trying to say, it's one of my friends was ice fishing, and he said he bore a hole in the ice, saw the bottom, and all he saw was shrimp. I asked why he didn't scoop some up for me. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I try to tell everybody, look, you get this carbon net. I mean, I know they're more expensive, but I mean, they're expensive for me to get. So, it's such an incredible net. I mean, I have the extendables, you know, and they're good and all, but, you know, you come to realize that extendable net is, you know, they can make better. So the carbon nets I have now, hey, I haven't thrown these away yet. These are Dennerley's nets, right? Biggest pieces of junk they're just junk. The nets, I mean, they're like too tightly made or something. I feel bad that I even gave one of these away. But it's like, I tried the other day. I was like, all right, let me try again to use this. And you stick it in, it's like the net goes right in the center of it. So you can't scoop nothing out, you can't move it, and then to extend it, and then it's all really loose and the net spins in circles. You can't grab nothing. I'm just like, this has to be the worst. And water gets in the handle, and I mean, here, let's do this. All right, let me just get it out of the shrimp room. There's a super expensive net that's now junk. That is the biggest piece of junk I've ever had in my life. I mean, that thing's just horrible. I don't know how people, I mean, if you don't use a product, everyone, well, no, I shouldn't say that. In the small little niche that we have as a shrimp community, hopefully the stuff that people sell, they should use, first to at least, be able to tell us the goods and the bads. It's like all of my products I use, everything. I use every product I have, sponge filters, the food. I use everything. That's why I sell it. That's why, like there's other people right now that sell Blue Crown's GH and live bacteria and everything. They take his sticker off, they're putting their sticker on, which is fine. But the thing is I leave his sticker on there, not because I'm, really trying to promote him. I'm just saying, look, Blue Crown's got a great product. I use his product. And here it is. I don't take a sticker off and try to, go, hey, this is my product. It's not my product. It's not his product. He just orders it, has his sticker put on it through his company, just like everyone else does. But I use it in all my tanks. So, and actually my 5-gallon right here, I dosed it heavy again last night, boosh, with the live bacteria. The CB1 hit it with that so I could get it going. I'm not in a hurry, but I want to find the 2 shrimp that I want to mix together, and put in there. But I got to make sure it's really yucky and gunky before I put anything in there so it doesn't shock them, But it's going to have to be up at least, I don't know, a couple months. It's already went through its brown diatom stage. I scraped all that off, left it in there, and then I nailed it with bacteria yesterday. Yeah, I don't care. Those nets are garbage. I got another one somewhere. Oh, right there. It's all stretched out. They're just trash. Nothing good on them. Nothing whatsoever. They need to change the net part of it. They're just horrible. Horrible nets, and they're expensive. I think they're like $15 a piece or something. Just pure junk. Horrible. The first net I ever started with was the Fluval. I still got that. It's kind of like antique. But right here, this little net. This is a Fluval stratum, or a Fluval net through Fluval, and it's just a little fella. And it shrinks down very small, and I never had a problem with this. It doesn't hold water or anything, and when I hang my nets up, that's why I even put a little hook on the bottom of it, so I can stick it to a magnet, and I air dry all my nets. I don't let my nets lie down or anything like that, but if I do lie them down, I hang them off the end of the table, so if there's anything, they don't sit in a pool of water. I shake all the water off and then let them air dry. But over time, this has become loose. So now I don't use it anymore, but like I said, it's kind of nostalgic for me because it was my first shrimp net that I used. And look, to this day, this thing's old. Look at the net on it, the bag on it. Still holds that perfect shape. I mean, it's not like a 3D, but it's a cone, holds the cone shape. It's been a long time. I mean, even the net comes out of it now. I'd have to glue it, but I'm really not too concerned about it. I just keep it for remembrance, But yeah, it's nets are a dime a dozen, but you got to pay for good ones. Even the carbon nets that I sell, other people get them. Other people sell the same net, but they get different stuff on the handles or whatever. They're a big time net. Now, even the name Mucha that's on my net, they get it from a company and have their name put on it. So this company that makes them, I believe it's in Taiwan, that's where everyone's buying them from. But Blue Crown's been selling them for a long time for Mucha, because Mucha sponsors Blue Crown. You know, Blue Crown sells so much of their product, blah blah blah. You guys know how that goes. It's no, I'm sorry, I lost track. But they sell it, so Mucha got their name put on it. So if you get a net and it's got a name on it, my nets say Mucha on them because they're, you know, Robbie Chan sells Mucha products. Well, I sell Blue Crown products and Mucha products. Mucha doesn't know that I sell their products. I mean, it's not like anyone's contacted Mucha and said, hey, you know, Detroit Shrimp sells your products, you know. Oh, I got good news. Okay, the other day I was talking about, Leah said my first net was a fluval floppy bugger. Yes, I'm not, hey, when you stick it in the water, but still you can, it works good. I've always loved it. I don't have a complaint about that net, but even when it dries out in that cone shape. I don't do nothing to it. So it's not like the 3D. It's not, you know, like the expensive net I had, but it's a good beginner's net, you know, not like that $15 one I just bent up. Flops like a pancake. Yeah, if I get it wet, it'll go down, but it's easily, when you move it like this, it goes where it's supposed to go, you know, at least mine does. But anyways, my buddy who owns Something Fishy in Westland, Michigan, he contacted who is it? Gosh, I can't remember. It'll come to me. You know me and my memory. But anyways, it's a big company. And he said, hey, can you send me some free stuff for my shrimp guy that he can give away on his channel? And they said, yeah, but here's the thing is we need to send it to you so it doesn't look like we're just giving stuff to people. And he said, okay. And they said, well, we're going to send you 2 of everything to give to him so you can give it away. And then, you know, 2 of everything to you so you can have it in your store. So he called me yesterday. I was hoping I might be able to go get it today. But I was doing some stuff yesterday that held me up. But he said he's got all the stuff there from, it's not C-Chem, or is it C-Chem? Might be C-Chem. Yeah, I think it's C-Chem. C-Chem's the one who sent it. So now he says he's got this big package of all this shrimp stuff. They're like hides. You know, a shrimp hide, little stuff for them. I guess it's all new products that are not out yet. And, or they might be out in some places, but they want me to give them away and get people's opinions on them and stuff like that. So I'm going to have a bunch of free giveaways. I mean, I have stuff to give away, but I just don't want to do it every day. You know, I don't want people on here just get a free present every day. I mean, it's, you know, I don't know. I like that I don't do it so often. So when I do it, everyone gets super excited. You know, I think it's more, you know, there's more excitement to it because people, you know, hang out. And then if they're, wow, there's a free giveaway today. Wow, I was lucky to come onto the stream today. You know, that's the excitement I want to create. So let me see. I can't show you my bullet tank. I only got 3 shrimp and it was at $12.29. All right, I gotta get off of here in a minute. Anyways, I have to get ready to go to my afternoon. Oh wait, I got a little bit. Yeah, I gotta finish what I started. So here, I'll put you on a tank that'll get what you'll just see a bazillion. Here's my. I gotta start selling these. These are very important to me. due to the fact that they are almost extinct, or, I mean, they're on the list. You're not even allowed to import them unless, you know, but there's a lot of people, I guess, that, like, don't care and they, like, go take the shrimp out and they'll import them and stuff. But these are my wild catagalons. And I have to start selling some. I gotta drop the price down on my website. Dobo, whoa, hey. SC Catahoulous. Hello, what's happening? But I have to start selling these because, I mean, I'm getting so many of them. I don't want it being too overcrowded. I don't mind an overcrowded tank, but see, I'm right on that stinking. Hold on, maybe it's the camera. Boop, 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 boop. See, I'm at the bottom of the tank, but we'll leave it like that and check it out. Because the food went in the wrong spot, but don't matter. You just watch. They pile up like hundreds. That's not a crack in the glass. That's glue. It's the aquarium glue. We'll leave it there. But watch these. These are really pretty shrimp. I don't know. I can't say they're... I don't know if they like change, but like you see the females come through, they're like pewter gray and steel color and huge backlines, and I mean they're just incredible. You got reds in here, greens, yellows. They're just a really incredible shrimp to have. There's a female. You can see how tall she is. A little to the left of center. She doesn't have the super dark color, so she might not be prego or looking to get. But these are great shrimp. They breed really good. They're really pretty to look at. I keep them on black sand. But the thing is, you know, I just didn't want to just sell them to anyone because I don't want just, you know, people just, I don't want people just, you know, like feeding them to fish or something, you know, like, oh, it's a call. Well, these things, you can't get them no more. I mean, they're on the list, you know, so you don't really want to, you know, you want to treat these super special to help save the shrimp. You know, I'm not the only one that sells them. I know of a couple other people, but I know a guy that won't sell them. Oh, there's one right there on the left coming in. She's like silvery pewter on the bottom. Man, it's just so cool. I wish I would have put the food away a little further, but they'll pile up so thick. They'll move the food. Jim Z. Hey, what's happening? Welcome. Yeah, sorry this picture isn't so hot, but you'll see. See, they're moving the food away from the front of the tank. It's just so many shrimp will come that it'll start to move so they can, like, fill in so many shrimp. Oh, there's the silvery female walking away. Yeah, you get little reds and stuff, but yes, it is cinnamon stick in there from Learjet. Not the cinnamon sticks aren't from Learjet, but Learjet's incredible how-to video. I have cinnamon sticks in almost every single one of my tanks now. I probably need one more jar because Leah says to put 2 sticks per 10 gallons. Well, I haven't done that because I just wanted to get it in there as fast as I can. So my wife buys me the plastic jar, and then I snap them in half, and then that half I open it up and I put it in every tank. So here's the funny thing is I think they just like eating it because it's soft. You know, like they say put wood in the tank. Well, I put it in the blue steel tank, and you know I had all the lights off in here. I just had the overhead lights so I could see where I was putting it. I turned around, looked in the blue steel tank. There had to be 50, 60 shrimp just going nuts on it. So, but I do what she says, and I see I can I do what she says, and I boil it twice. Well, actually, I boil it, get all the cinnamon stuff, and I boil it extra long because it makes the house smell incredible. But I boil it, and when it goes from, you know, when it gets down to almost nothing, then I add water, rinse, rinse, rinse. Then I boil again, boil it down, and then dump it out. And if I rinse it and the water's clear, then that's it. I just run cold water on it until the pot's cold enough, and then I just carry the pot down here and open them up and drop them in. But yeah, the cinnamon stick is really, I see them on it all the time. But it's a really good botanical. I mean, I literally see, you know, when the lights are off or when I come in, you know, there's always somebody, you know, curious, and they're grazing on it. Now, I haven't gotten like huge amounts of biofilm growing off of it. That's because they eat it. From the minute I put it in, they're all over it. So, you know, I'm just to that situation to where, but I know it works because they're always on it. So that's, I mean, I say no more. I need say no more. It works. It's a great idea. I don't know where she got it from. I don't really care, but I'm glad she shared it. You know, Leah's got a lot of really good ideas. So, you know, and once I seen her video showing all that biofilm, because I really started to notice that even though I have a lot of mosses and stuff in my tank, I started to notice that, like, in my Neocaridina tanks, I'm like, where are all my babies? Where's all these babies? And, you know, they're not living. Well, why? The water's perfect. Well, the reason is because there's no food. There's no biofilm. So I was like, oh, man, here we go. So that's why all the tanks now have rocks in them. Not piles, not rock piles. I ain't doing that again. But I take flat river rock and just put them in there so it can grow all over that. I got pleco caves that I turn so they go straight up and down, ones that I made so it just covers. So they get four sides instead of, you know, smaller sides if I lay it down. So I stand it up. But my Caridina tanks, my Neocaridina tanks, they all got it. And, you know, it's you watch some that say plants. Well, plants are good too because, see, they have, I think a plant might be better than the moss. Only because the plant has a wider leaf. Well, hopefully the plants that you use, but, you know, mosses have a lot, plants have a lot, but like Sabuasa tank, that's got really wide, but like certain mosses, I mean, can they really eat the biofilm off those little itty bitty stems? I'm sure they can because they're little itty bitty, but you know, I started to notice it. So I was like, all right, well, I have to take this into my own hands and I have to fix this. So now I literally see, excuse me, I literally see big changes in the sap. All my Neocaridina tanks up there, all of them down here. I'm starting to see babies everywhere because I'm adding little things to let biofilm grow on. Oh, there's a Prego one. And I use my stuff. So I only use my CB1 nutrifying bacteria in the Caridina tanks, but I use Fritzyme 7 bacteria, live bacteria, in my Neocaridina tanks. And then I use Bacteria AE, and I use the Mucha bacteria powder. That stuff works really good. But I just dose like some big doses of the bacteria powder, the Mucha stuff and everything, and it just like jump started everything. And So now I'm seeing huge growth on my babies. That my Blue Dream tank is just exploding because I'm like, I have all these shrimp. Why are they not I should have 1,000 shrimp, at least 800 shrimp in a 15-gallon tank. And I don't. The yellows, my yellows, they were all females. I was like, I got to get some males in here. But it was really crazy. But now, the cinnamon sticks help. They're on it, feeding on it, and it's just, I'm growing a lot more algae on the glass. It's just the babies need it. And see, my tanks are just so clean due to the fact that I'm really not trying to help produce, how do I say, beneficial bacteria and, glass algae and stuff. My tanks have, a good amount of shrimp in it. So they're always tearing it up. They're always eating it. And so I figure, okay, well, they're doing their job there. So I give them food, every day. And it would hopefully stop them from eating every bit in the tank. But that's not the case. So now I have to add bacterias, powder bacterias and stuff to help replenish that, and put botanicals in it like the cinnamon stick. My red fish bones, they love the cinnamon stick. I mean, every tank loves it that it's in. I only have a handful that's left that I haven't put it in yet. So, man, this picture is terrible, isn't it? I'm very sorry about this. Can I zoom in and get a better picture? Oh, look at it. Got nice yellows in there. All right, I hope it's coming out pretty good over there for you guys. But see what I'm saying? These shrimp, you can keep a bazillion of them, and that white line's from the camera. But see, you can see the silver in the heads, and the greens, and the yellows, and the reds, and these are really colorful fish, or shrimps, for them being a wild shrimp. But it's just nice to see a sparkle in your tank. They have the tiger stripes. They have like all these looks of a Caridina in a Neocaridina. It's just, you gotta go, okay, I want these little gemmy shrimp going around my tank. They might not be as colorful as some, but they carry a color that others don't have. Like the silvers and the pewters and stuff like that. I've never seen it. So, well, the only thing I can do is scoot this thing back to get that light off, or scoot it closer. Yeah, this tank has, see, that tank's, let me see, I don't know see, it's got, it won't do it because I have it set for me. So look, blue steels are on it. But yeah, this tank has three pieces in it because I have so many shrimp in it. Sorry. Watch this. That's why I had the camera in the wrong spot. I want to show you guys what I have here. Look at it. Sorry, the glass has crap on it. But look how many shrimp are in there for one piece of food. I put one square of mucha. So what I'm saying, I sell this food. I feed everything I sell. It's just come on. I don't know. Is that good, you guys? Is that a good, clear picture? Let me zoom it in. Now that I'm so far away, I should be able to... Oh, sorry, wrong one. Stupid. Hello? Hit the one that says zoom, idiot. Duh. Like, Duh. Freaking tard. Sorry about the watermarks. I didn't think I was going to be on this tank. But, you know, there's your wild shrimp. I mean, how can you do that? You know, I just think it's incredible. So as you see, I need to sell me some of these bad boys. There's probably, I don't know, 300 or more in this tank. Now, if I put, now let me back this up so you see. Hold on, let me pop the zoom back. Now you see that pile. Now if I drop more food in there, they'll create another pile, then another pile, and another. It's kind of like a big, huge mound of ants. When there's more food, these will trickle down and then come over here and it builds up, then it builds up and it builds up. I never ever have a problem of food being left in this tank too long because, I mean, and I have to feed this tank every single day. There's no holding off on. I mean, I can hold off on it, but they won't appreciate it due to the fact that it doesn't have a bunch of biofilm in it and stuff. That's why I have extra cinnamon stick and everything else. And see, there's the flat rocks. See, I don't have them in a pile to hold all the crap and gunk in the tank. I have them spread out so they can feed off the tops of them. I didn't have all this before. They were just having to eat out of the mosses and stuff. So now that I switched stuff up, it's a huge change. I see a big change in it. Is it Wild Neos? Yes, they're Catacalons, Edwin. Yes, they are Catacalons. Dobo, what kind of lights are you using in your tank? Here's the funny thing. Another thing again, I have an Asian friend that I have a lot of Asian friends. But you know, these big breeders and stuff, and they, you know, it's who I just got my black calcios from, and you know, he sends me all this incredible bucephalandra and all this stuff, you know. But he told me one day, he's like, what kind of lights you got? I said, oh, I have these really cool Aqueons and Fluvals and look at these cool remotes. And, you know, look, I got all these colors and stuff. This is no shit. He sends me a picture of a clip-on light, like from 1985, clipped on where you turn the little clicker in the back and it's got a light bulb. A light bulb, and it's aiming at the tank. I said, what is that? He's like, oh, I just use regular cheap lights on my tanks. I was like, what? This guy sends me he sends me plants that I don't know how he grows it. I don't know how he grows it, but he keeps telling me low light, low light, low light. I'm like, really? So he uses the cheap commercial, 4-foot, like that you put in your garage or something. So I sold all my fish tank lights and went to the store and bought LED. It's all LED, but it's all just stuff that you would like put in your garage or put in your basement. You know, it's just commercial lighting now. They're 5,000 lumens. And it's 4,000 on the color chart, on the temperature. So, they're just plain old garage lights. I bought at Menards for $24 and some change a piece. So you figure one light, a 4-foot light by Aqueon's like $100, let's say $130, $140. Let's say $130. They're very expensive. And you got all these stinking goofy color things on here. Well, one of them is $25. And it's 4 foot long. So $25, just think for 25, 50, 75, you can get 6 lights for the price of one of these. So I have 9 lights on all 30 tanks over here. And I can't stop my stuff from growing. And I like light. I don't like that super bright light that the fish tanks give. I think it takes away the color of the inside of the tank. You lose all those natural colors. So shop lights, that's the word I want to use. Shop lights. Cheap shop lights. You can go way lower. I wouldn't advise going 5,000 lumens because my tanks are they aim front to back. I wouldn't advise it because to me it's too bright. To you it could be fine, but if I didn't cover them like I did and you let them grow or let it go 8-10 hours a day, it starts to grow the algae, the slimy algae or hair algae. So I would go I think I put on here the first time like a 2100. But see, I like that low light, for shrimp, low light. And I don't care what anybody says. Super bright light bothers shrimp. People say, oh, no, it don't. Yeah, it does. I mean, just think about it. Their eyes don't close, and they have that bright light. They don't wear sunglasses, they don't like it. I don't think they like it. Personally, that's my personal opinion. I mean, I have 58 shrimp tanks. So my personal opinion there, I got a little bit there. I got a little bit of street cred on that. But yeah, I don't think they like it. So go lower. That's why I bought the, remember, I bought the privacy control window stuff to cover the lights to bring down the brightness of it. So it's not so strong for the shrimp. I haven't even finished doing it. I did these 2 rows. I got to do the bottom, and then I did the top row over there. And what it does is it just drops it down a little bit. I'd probably say 30%. So it works really good. Uh-oh, angelfish down on the bottom of the tank. Bladder issues. Put it in a bucket and put some Epsom salts in it. I don't know, I was big on all that stuff when I had discus. I used to have angelfish. I never had a problem with angelfish though. In my opinion, angelfish are really, really strong, really good fish to have. I can't say anything negative about them except they're very aggressive if they have babies. Oh, look at that picture. Woo! Yeah, who wants them colors in their tank? Oh, yeah. That's sick. But yeah, so, I got to change the price on these. I'll drop them back down. But, I don't want to sell them to anybody unless they're a shrimper. Unless I know that they're a shrimper and nothing bad's going to happen to these. Because like I said, they're on the red list. They can't be imported. I mean, people over there don't care. They'll send whatever they want. But yeah, these are almost on the extinct list due to they've been over farmed. So I know a guy right now that has a tank, won't even sell. I know 2 other people, actually one guy that I got them from, he sells them, and another guy that has them that sells them. I sell them, but like I said, I don't like to just sell them to any Tom, Dick, and Harry because I don't want like the calls going into. I don't call this tank. Look, if these things are on a list, almost on the extinct list, I'm not gonna ever call it. So look how beautiful it is, but I don't want to just sell them to some nobody or just somebody that's going to feed them to their fish. Oh, it's a call. I'm going to feed it to my fish. No, don't do that. These, we got to save these shrimp. So I keep boiled spinach in the chiller. Oh, nice. Yes. Spinach is sweet. Yeah, spinach. Oh, yeah, I do. I was doing the powdered spinach for the longest time, but I took a bunch of, I got all of this food that Mark Shrimp Tank sent me because I want his big pack, and I have all this powder. So I took a bunch of, I took all of his stuff, his clay, I think it was his bee pollen, I think I got 4 things in there. Then I have all the grindings from the duckweed because I collect my duckweed, I dry it out, and I pulverize it to a powder. So I have duckweed in here. I got tons of the crack sack, the leaves that I do, the mulberry leaves. I have so much stuff in here that I shook it up and I created this. So this is like a special hookup because this has a bunch of really good stuff in it. But so I advise people, if you deal with Mark shrimp tanks, get all of his powdered foods and then mix them. Because, you know, I don't, it's hard to put clay in one day, then do this one day, and do this one day. You can mix everything together and then get stuff like, from me, the mulberry leaf powder, you know, the ground up duckweed powder, you know, or grind it up yourself. But I just like to offer all this stuff because my duckweed's about 3 inches long, you know, hanging down. So I scoop it up. It's got weight. And then I dry it out, and I grind it up and turn it into a powder. But this stuff here, you can feed this stuff. It's got every protein, every nutrient you could think of. The clay, the bee pollen, the, you know, vitamins, you know, minerals. It's got everything in here. And, you know, all the stuff from the leaves and everything. So you can put this in once a week or something for a treat, and they just go bazonkers. Yeah, look at that. Look at that tank right there, how crystal clear it is. Because I cut the lights down to 1, but I don't know if it was bacterial bloom, but it turned solid green, and I left it. I didn't do no water change. I didn't want to get rid of that green. You know, and I did little baby changes, but this tank is, hold on, crystal clear now. And look, packed full of shrimp. The bottom down there. They love that tank. If anyone ever has a chance to be able to buy that fluval, the big fluval tank, get it. They love that heavy current, the heavy flow, everything. And the thing is if any shrimp go into the back of it, if they get sucked into the back, they're not going to die because there's big, huge filter pads in the next thing over. So they can just sit in there and eat all day until they're big enough, and they just crawl right back out. Nobody will ever die. I keep boiled spinach in the chiller. Yeah, feed it over time as a snack. Yeah. Do they crossbreed with cherries? They will crossbreed if you have it mixed. I don't have nothing in here, just them. Yeah, they'll crossbreed because they're a neocaridina. Yeah, they'll breed. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it would look like to put all that silver and colors, you know, mix it with the cherry. I don't know. It might come out pretty sweet, you know, because they make reds and yellows and greens and silvers and, you know, the clears. I mean, see, look, they're already moving to another huge pile. That's all they do. They just keep moving the food. Oh, look at that female right on top with their backline to us. That's what I'm saying. They have like fishbone patterns, and I mean, they're just a really, really beautiful shrimp. Tien Aqua, welcome. All right, everyone. Well, this is the deal. I gotta go take care of some stuff. It's 1 o'clock already. And he looks perfect, just dead. Oh, I'm sorry, Leah. Oh, crap. Well, make sure his mouth isn't moving or something. Check your water, because if he died, you know, check your ammonia. I'm sure there's nothing wrong, but check it anyways, just for shits and giggles, and make sure nobody else will get hurt. Duran, welcome. Hello. But I hate to do this, but it's 1 o'clock. I got to be at a client's by 1:30. Danikin, hey, what up? That's my boy, Kenny E, the fish man with all the big tanks. And that's one thing you see about Daniken Aquatics is, you know, a lot of people don't rock it out like he does. You know, I mean, look at me. I mean, I have a 120, but still, that's baby stuff compared to Kenny. But Kenny's a big tank, you know, fish keeper, and you really don't see that. I mean, most shows or most streams, everybody's got basic size tanks. They might have a, you know, one big one or maybe two, but you know, all of his tanks are, you know, I think like 75s and up. You know, he might have some smaller ones for some shrimp and stuff, but he's a big tank show. So if you guys want to see some big tanks with some badass fish, you know, he's the place to go. I mean, there's a lot of cool, there's a lot of cool fish channels out there, but you know, you can only look at so many guppies. You can only look at so many of this. You can only look at so many of that. That's why I have so many shrimp tanks. And I haven't showed you the black calciums. I haven't showed you the Babaltis yet, the tiger Babaltis. I haven't shown you the green Babaltis that I got. You know, there's a lot I haven't showed you yet because I want to always make it interesting. I want to bring stuff in. But see, that's the thing is I have empty tanks. I'm not getting rid of anything to bring stuff in, you know, so there's a lot to see. You go to Kenny's, you know, he's got my favorite discus. His wife's got, oh my gosh, I could watch that discus tank 24/7. You just don't understand. And, you know, it's a good place to go to see bigger fish. You know, like I say, sometimes I get bored of watching guppies, you know, and nano fish. They're all pretty and stuff. I'll look at them, but sometimes I just want to see bigger fish. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, that's the thing is, you know, I like to see, I don't have the big tanks. You have big fish that no one else has, meaning I don't know of any other fish show channel out there that has big tanks. I mean, they might have it a couple, but they don't have, you know, let's say 50 out of 60, you know, so that's the cool part. Me, you know, I have almost 60 shrimp tanks, and they're all different shrimp, except a couple down here. Now I'm starting to pull my high grades and breed the super high grades, you know. I got a boa tank going with, you know, super expensive boas that were sent to me to breed. I mean, I have shrimp that are on the endangered species list. You know, I try to keep it going here. Brian, I see a red Neo in your special. Well, no, they produce it. It's part of it. I don't call anything out of here. They don't like produce huge amounts. You know, it's just once in a blue moon, but you got to figure there's 300-400 shrimp in here. It's probably 300 in here, easy. And so there's probably, I don't know, 10, 15 red ones in here, but they make yellows, greens, reds, but it's not like a cherry. It might be like a cherry, but it's like a low grade, but they have the stripes, you know. That's the thing is they're not just solid red, they have the stripes in them, you know. So, but the colors, that the silvers, the pewter colors, everything, it's just, you know, they're a beautiful shrimp. Let me see if I can get it any closer. And, oops, right in the middle is where I want her. Yeah. Yeah, no. These shrimp, this is what they produce. And like I said, can't call nothing out of here because they're almost extinct. So if I call something out of here, I'm throwing something away that possibly will never be. So these shrimp, nothing ever gets called. Because, I mean, if it doesn't have color, you know, it's got the stripes. I mean, it's a wild shrimp. It's how they come. So I'm like, no, none will ever be called. So that's the cool thing. These are kind of like an ape ule, not the way you feed them, but it's a tank that you keep of them and just bang it full. Bang it full. Look at the yellow. You know, it's not a yellow Neo. but it's what they produce, these colors that they come up with, it's just, and then they turn sideways. They're kind of like a pearl paint color. You get the silvers and the pewters and the, all these different, they're just a gorgeous shrimp. I've had these shrimp for probably 3 years. 3 years, little blues and grays and, and nothing's ever been in these tanks. They're pure Catagalon, Neocaridina. So, great to see you too. Later, good stream. We'll send an email order out. All right, everyone. I'm very sorry, but I have to be where I gotta go at 1:30. It is 5 after. I think the wife's home, so I have to hurry up and get dressed. I have to go finish a little trim. So, casing, some door casing at a client's house. I don't know. It'll probably take me a little bit. I gotta do some pretty intricate stuff. So, but all right, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you. I had a really good time. Glad that people wanted to come and see some Amano shrimp feed. We haven't seen that, I don't know, in forever, and end up on my wild Catagalon tank. So if you know anybody that needs some wild Catagalons, send them our way here at Detroit Shrimp, and we will hook them up. Like I said, they gotta go to a home where people are gonna take care of them. They're not gonna, feed them to fish. They're not gonna throw them away, because every shrimp that you throw away out of here is one less that'll be ever alive. So. All right, you too, Jim. All right, thank you to my moderator, Leah Jets, for sitting with me since the minute I started my stream. And thank you for Leah Jets' idea. Remember, if you boil cinnamon sticks and put them in the tank, it's a great botanical. If you see the shrimper all over it, the seed shrimper on it, it makes a great hookup for biofilm. Makes your tank very healthy. So give it up for Leah Jet, and give it up for everyone in the chat, every subscriber that we have, and every subscriber that has just subscribed. Thank you very much. And we are very thankful here at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. So please, everyone, have a safe day. It is raining and sleet and sloppy snow here in Michigan. So stay safe. If it's nasty where you're at, be careful. Keep your eyes open, watch around you at all times, so we can make sure that everyone makes it home safe. And that's it. Check your tanks if you're bored, ain't got nothing to do today. Hey, do stuff that you're not used to or that you usually don't do. Test some water. Do a little water change. I'm sure your loved ones in the tanks will appreciate it. So until next time, please stay safe and love your pets.